Invasive species, what is it? What does it contain? What is it about? I can drone on and talk and give you textbooks answers of what it could be, what it is, and stuff like that. But let me hit you up with a really quick clip that I picked up on the internet, and it pretty much boils it down into real simple terms. But it also made me think about something. I'll tell you. I'll talk about it later on. What we have here is the VirginiaInvasiveSpecies.org site. It's very informational. It has a lot of good information about it. Tells you about what is an invasive species, how to get here, general questions that you may have about it, any news that transpired during to report any sightings, any applicable publications that you may want to read up about, and also resources and the applicable laws and regulations that cover the site and how to deal with the invasive species. From this site, I picked up the zebra mussels. On this site, it says where is it, where it's from, how to get here, what is it now, and what's the harm. And the harm I'll tell you in the next slide. Originally from Eastern Europe, these tiny trespassers were picked up in a ballast water of ocean-going ships and brought to the Great Lakes in the 1980s. They spread dramatically, outcompeting native species for food and habitat. And by 1990, zebra mussels have infested all the Great Lakes. Now, zebra mussels have spread to 29 states by hitching rides on boats moving across the Great Lakes and Mississippi River basins. Artificial channels like the Chicago area waterway systems facilitate their spread. These man-made channels act like superhighways. There are all types of preventive measures to combat the types of invasive species, whether it be books, literature, signs, or what have you. By taking this class, it helped me to think about invasive species, and as a matter of fact, by thinking outside the box, I think I found 2 other species that are invasive. The xenomorph from the movie Aliens. It's truly an invasive species where it goes to other planets and transforms it into its own environmental area. Obviously, there's better ways of taking care of invasive species, but we have to be also aggressive, but also keep in mind if we're causing more harm than good. There's another invasive species that comes to mind. Martians. The Martian army. They're super intelligent, have disintegrator rays, they have foot soldiers. Their whole premise, their whole goal is to destroy mankind, but they failed. They love kidnapping people for experiments, what have you, but very, very aggressively invasive species. Invasive species are organisms of any size that takes over its environment in a really hostile manner. Non-invasive species are organism life forms that do not harm the environment that they reside in. Thank you for watching this presentation on invasive species. I really hope that you learned something from it. You can make a difference by signing petitions, donating your time or money to the National Wildlife Federation Action Fund. Will help immensely and help combat the invasive species that attack and affect the environments that they're in.